So welcome back. Now in the previous lesson, we have understood what is meant by a system. We shall now try to understand what is systems thinking. But as I said earlier, for a better understanding of light, we need to understand the difference between light and darkness, isn't it? So let me explain to you the difference between systems thinking and linear thinking. Let me give you a very crude example. The example may not be very good, but don't go at the face value of the example. Try to understand the spirit of what I'm trying to tell you. Alright? Let us say that you are an executive working in your office. Alright? And you are feeling warm and uncomfortable. There is a fan lying in front of you. So your logical independent action would be that you will switch on the fan which is in front of you. Alright? And the desired outcome that you expect is your comfort, isn't it? So the cause is the hot weather which is causing you discomfort. So the discomfort is your symptom, and your logical action is to switch on the fan and you expect some result. But will the result be as you desire? You were wanting something, but something else has happened. The result may not be as you desire because your thinking was linear. You thought only about yourself, your fan, and your comfort. You forgot that you were a part of a system which you may call as your office cabin, and the various parts of those system or that system were not only you and your fan. There was an AC, there was a window, there were some papers lying on the table, there may have been an ink pot, there were several other things as part of that system. You did not think about them, you just thought about yourself, your comfort, and you took an action. The result was not what you expected. You tried to solve one problem and you created another problem. That was it. Alright. Now take the case of your coffee shop, your business. We have seen your personal life example. Now let us talk about your business, your coffee shop. Okay. Your business may be running sluggish. That may be a cause which is giving you some symptoms in the form of sliding profits. Your profits are reducing. So logically, you think either of increasing the price or reducing your expenses in the shop. And the result that you expect is an increase in the profit. Alright. Now, if your thinking is linear, then your thoughts will go to what you have read in the books. You will not try to analyze. You will just, you have read in the books that to increase the profit, either you have to increase the selling price or reduce the expenses. That is what you read in the books, isn't it? Let us say that you increase the selling price from $4 to $5. Let us say you do this. So what will happen? Probably the customers will resent that. They may not like the increase in price. So fewer customers will come to your shop. Some may not come at all. So the profits will further reduce. Instead of increasing, the profits may further reduce. And if that happens, then you may start compromising on the quality. Maybe you will start mixing more water in the milk. Probably you'll do that. And if you do that, the customers will get more annoyed. And then you will start firing your staff. And ultimately your business will shut down. So, undesirable result. This is not what you had expected. Now let us say that you don't increase the price, you try to reduce the expenses. What do? You had 4 staff, you have laid off 2 of them. You have reduced the staff. So what will happen? Probably, of course, the expenses will reduce because you have removed 2 staff. But then what will happen? The customers will start facing the delay. The customer service will suffer. The staff, the 2 of them which are left behind, they will feel burnt out. The smile from their faces will vanish. They will feel overburdened. And looking at the grumpy faces of that staff, the customers will feel more unhappy. The footfall will further reduce. The profits will further reduce instead of increasing. So again, an undesirable result. Why is this happening? Because your thinking was linear. You were just thinking of the profit. Alright? Then what is the systems thinking that we are talking about? How does the systems thinking differ from this linear thinking? In systems thinking, what you would have done is you would have analyzed the cause, whether that cause is within your system or whether it is outside your system. And then you would have analyzed the symptoms. Is there a direct relationship between the cause and the symptom, or are they disconnected? Then you would try to understand or evaluate what are the choices available to you. There may be several choices available to you apart from increasing the price or reducing the expenses. And then you will see whether the action that you take will affect any other component of the system or anything outside the system. Will it have any adverse effect on that? And then you will see whether the result that you obtain, the result which you visualize, whether that result will be sustainable and fair to all components of the system, or will it affect something outside your system. All these things you will analyze, and you will analyze all these things as a part of the system or within the framework of a system. Alright, let us see how you do it. Let us see how we would have handled this situation by systems thinking. Alright, so first of all, what you do, you analyze the cause. Is the business really sluggish? Is it that the business is really going bad? Or is the decline in profit due to some other reasons? Is the cause within your system, like the quality of your product, the efficiency of your staff, the ambience of your shop? Are these the reasons which are within your system? Are they affecting your sales, your profit? Or is the cause outside your system? Maybe a new competitor has come in the area which has brought down your sales. Or maybe the schools and colleges in the area are on a vacation. So therefore the footfall to your shop has reduced. Is it because of that reason that your profit has come down? Or maybe some health issues in the region. There may be a small pandemic. People in that area may be falling sick quite often. Something must have happened. Is it causing the people to stay indoors and not come to your coffee shop? Or is it some new tax which has been levied by the government? Your earning is the same, but the taxes have increased. You are paying more taxes now, and therefore the profits has reduced. Is it because of that reason? Or is it because the increase in transportation and logistics? You are spending more than what is required on your transportation and logistics. Is it because of that reason? Some of the reasons I have listed out, you will have to analyze and think what exactly it is. And the second thing that you will do is that you will analyze the symptoms and see whether there is any correlation among the components and the systems. Is there a correlation between the cause and the symptoms? You will see that, So is that the profits are actually declining, or is it something else? Maybe that you are earning the profits, but the money is going somewhere else. Are you sure that there is no theft or pilferage in your shop? You may be earning the profit, but maybe some theft of raw material, some theft of cash from the counter is happening. Is it that? Or is there adequate supervision and floor management? Or is it that because there is no proper supervision, wastages are happening, thefts and pilferages are happening? Or is it that the raw material supplier who is cheating you, is he charging you more for the raw material? Or is it that some customers are just leaving without paying their bill due to lack of vigilance? Maybe if I am at the cash counter, my friend comes to the shop, my family members come to the shop, so I just don't bill them. I offer them the free things. Is it something like that which is happening? Is your own staff trustworthy? You will have to think all those things. All right. And the third thing is that you will try to evaluate what are the choices of action that you have and what is the interrelationship among those choices with the symptoms. For example, let us say that increasing the price or reducing the expenses are not the only options available to you. There are other things which you have not thought of. Can you improve the ambience to draw more customers? Can you make your shop more lively, more healthy looking to draw more customers? But then you will have to evaluate whether this will affect the space management. Should not happen that you try to improve the ambience and in the bargain you reduce the space available for the customers. It shouldn't happen like that. Or is it possible that you can launch some incentive scheme to draw more customers? But then if you do that, will it require extra staff and extra expenses? If yes, then how much? Are your customers relaxing in the coffee shop? You see, sometimes it happens that you make the ambience of a coffee shop so luxurious that people come, have a cup of coffee and relax there, keep working on their computer for hours together. Is something like that happening? People are coming inside but not leaving your coffee shop while there are other customers waiting in the queue. Is something like that happening? Can you improve your logistics to curtail the wastages? Is it possible that the logistics can be improved, wastages can be curtailed? How will it adversely affect your quality if you do that? And then if it is inevitable to reduce the staff, let us say that you want to reduce the staff, will it hamper the services? Are you really overstaffed? Or is it that if you reduce the staff, the customers will start suffering? All these things you will have to analyze if you are a systems thinker. And then you also have to analyze that is it possible to reduce the price instead of increasing it? By reducing the price, you may draw more customers. Is it possible? And if you do that, how will it affect your balance sheet at the end of the year? Will you not go in a loss? So all this analysis you will have to do if you are a systems thinker. And then last but not the least, you will have to analyze whether the result is fair and sustainable. The result that you are visualizing, is it fair and sustainable? Is it possible that you may launch a scheme but that scheme becomes unsustainable after some time? In a couple of weeks or months, that scheme becomes unsustainable. So you revert back to what you were and then you lose further customers. That should not happen, isn't it? See, you may reduce the salary of your staff. To reduce the expenses, you may reduce the salary of the staff. But will it be fair thing to do? You will have to think over. Are your staff really overpaid? Or are they appropriately paid? And if you further reduce the salary, it will be an unfair thing to do. Or you may increase the working hours of the staff. Is it possible? But by doing so, will you affect an outside system? For example, the rules of the region may be permitting working only for 8 hours. But if you make your staff work for 10 hours, 12 hours, then you are violating the law. You are affecting an outside system. That may drop penalty, fines, or you may have to pay overtime to the staff. One action should not lead to another problem. You'll have to think of that. Or maybe you can shut down the air conditioners to reduce the power bill. But will it annoy the customers? It is possible that there may be more than required air conditioners which are working. Is it possible that you may switch off 2 of them to save on the power bill? You'll have to think, you'll have to analyze. You may cut down on the frills. Like for example, the paper cups, the napkins, the disposable spoons, they are of too exquisite a quality, too expensive. Can you bring down their quality? But if you do that, will it affect your brand image and reputation? You'll have to think over that. A detailed systems thinking you will have to do. And doing something, you may achieve the desired result of increasing the profit. But at the end of the day, has the process and procedure harmed your reputation and your honest image? You may have done something, probably you may have added more water to the milk and increased your profit. Or you may have done something which you should not have done and you may have increased your profit. Will it harm your reputation, your honest image? So getting profit alone is not the output of the system. It has to be sustainable. It has to maintain your reputation, your image, all those things you have to analyze. All right. So therefore, when we say systems thinking is a holistic approach to analysis that focuses on the way how different parts of a system interact and how they influence one another within a whole. Read it once again. Systems thinking is a holistic approach, all right? And it focuses on the way how different parts of a system interact and how they influence one another within a whole. So I hope now you have understood what is a system and what is systems thinking, and how system thinking differs from linear thinking. In the subsequent lessons, we shall try to understand what are the key components of a system, why should you as a leader adopt systems thinking, and more important than that, how can you adopt systems thinking. All right.